Am I wrong for still wanting a child, even though my husband can't? Throwaway. Hello all. First time posting an Ida and seeking advice mostly. I'm a late 30s female married to a wonderful early 40s male, husband to be called Jojo. Jojo and I met when I was early 20s. We have always been friends first, and before we even started dating, he and I discussed kids. At the time, early 20s, I was not wanting to have kids, as in one regard I wasn't financially stable and in the other I felt like the universe had always told me no. Jojo opened up to me and told me that his family had a genetic disorder that could impact him and he didn't want to have kids. Our relationship was and is one of the most supportive friendships and partnerships I ever had, and every day I love him more and more. We have been married for 10 years now. We held firm to no kids until about 5 years ago, when he came back from a work trip and admitted to each other that we both wanted to have a kiddo. We were in the middle of buying our first home and thought that would be our next plan after we completed the process. As per usual, the universe shouted a resounding no. Once the house was finalized, Jojo asked that we seek medical for him as he had been extremely depressed. It was something we both had watched grow and fought with during the home process, but after the home purchase it got bad. Once we went to the doctor asked what could have brought it on, and Jojo gave his familial medical background, including the genetic disorder, which does in fact include depression and cognitive decline. The doctor immediately referred us to a neurologist for testing. It turned out Jojo does in fact have the genetic disorder. As soon as that happened, he turned to me and said, "Valp, no kids." He told me that if I wanted an out, now would be the time since it was official. I told him that he was what mattered to me, and that I was here for him. I love him so much. That didn't stop me from wanting kids, however. Once we got to a stable place in management of the illness, I broached the topic again, bringing up options like IVF, pre-implantation testing, etc. He seemed on board at first, and even our mom said they would help with cost. He was encouraging right until I scheduled a consultation, then shut it down. This has been the situation for the past 5 years. I'll broach the topic gently, just for him to shut me down. For his side of things, he says he doesn't want to have a kid that will have to take care of him or that will be held back by him. He personally didn't get to know his dad due to the same genetic disorder. No matter what I say, he won't even consider the topic anymore. It's to the point where the other day, he made a joke about kids and I told him to stop doing it because I can't deal with jokes about us having kids anymore. I feel like I am the a-hole, and at this point wonder if I should just go to therapy and ask them to fix me, because clearly I am stuck. So, Reddit, what do you think? Edit, to clarify, adoption, fostering etc. were all in the cards prior. We both believe in making your own family, whether that be with or without kids, but as with other options, that is off the table as well. Final edit, okay, I was for sure on the right track. It's a hard gear shift to go from kids are possible to kids ain't, and that's on me to get TF over. 5 years is a long time, and even if I let the jokes get to me and try to reignite some maternal feels, I need to quash it where it lives. The short is, I made a promise to him at our wedding, at the diagnosis, and every day that we are a team 1000%. I made the call already, and was just unable to realize that the option was officially DOA. Thank you all for your advice, and helping me here.